I was never meant to fall in love, but the prince saw my true self. I don't remember what it feels like to live without fear. Fear of being seen, fear of being myself, because I was never born to be free. I was born to hide. I am a cat boy, a creature that should only exist in stories, a whisper in the dark, a mistake, in a world ruled by humans. My mother used to tell me that our kind once lived in the open, that we ran through forests, slept beneath the stars, and no one feared us. But that was long before I was born, before humans began to hunt us. I still remember her voice, soft, warm, never show yourself when humans are near. I was still young when I lost her, and ever since then, I've been alone. I learned quickly how to survive, how to walk without a sound, how to disappear into shadows, how to become invisible, even when standing right in front of someone. And somehow, that path led me to the palace, a place full of light, and yet filled with darkness. Perfect for someone like me to hide. I lived there, between walls that were never meant for me. I stole food, slept in forgotten corridors, and watched humans, without ever being one of them. It was lonely, but it was safe. Until the day everything changed. I was hungry, more than usual, so I slipped into the kitchen, like I had done 100 times before, but this time, I wasn't alone. "You're late." The voice was calm, too calm. I froze, slowly. I turned around, and there he was, the prince. His eyes met mine, and I knew immediately that something was wrong. He wasn't afraid, no guards, no shouting, no anger, just curiosity. "You don't belong here, do you?" My heart was beating so loud I was sure he could hear it. I said nothing. I couldn't. I waited for him to call the guards, for everything to end, but instead, he stepped closer. "You don't have to be afraid." I should have run. Every instinct in my body told me to, but I didn't. And to this day, I still don't know why. Maybe because it was the first time someone looked at me, like I wasn't something that needed to be hidden. I disappeared that night, like always. But the next day, I came back. And the day after that. And the one after, I watched him from afar. And slowly, he began to see me, not just as a shadow, but as someone who was there. He spoke to me, carefully at first, then, like it was the most natural thing in the world. He never asked questions. I couldn't answer. He never forced me. And I let him get closer, night after night, until I forgot why I had to hide in the first place, until I forgot who I really was. It was a cold night. The wind cut through the stone walls, and I couldn't stop trembling. He noticed immediately. Of course he did. "You're cold." I shook my head, but my body betrayed me. And then it happened. I lost control. My ears appeared. My tail moved behind me. My true form was visible. I didn't realize it. Not at first, only when everything went quiet. Too quiet. Slowly, I looked up. He was standing right in front of me. And he was looking at me. Really looking. Not the shadow, not the lie, me. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. This was it. Now everything would end. I waited for the moment. His expression would change, for fear, for disgust. But it never came. Instead, he slowly raised his hand, so carefully, as if he was touching something fragile. And then, he placed it against my face, warm. "You're beautiful," he whispered. In that moment, something inside me broke. Or maybe it was finally put back together. I had spent my entire life hiding, making myself smaller, believing I was wrong. And now, someone saw me and stayed. I knew I had to leave, that I wasn't allowed to stay. My kind does not bond with humans. It never ends well. But my heart had already chosen. So I stayed. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't afraid of being seen. But deep down, I already knew this story would not have a simple ending.